Good morning, students. We are discussing chapter Microbes in Human Welfare. In this chapter, we already completed microbes in household products. Today, we are going to discuss about microbes in industrial products. Microbes in industrial products. Microbes in industrial products, right? Even in industry, microorganisms are used to produce microorganisms are used to produce a number of products which are useful to human beings. Now see this statement. We are using what? Microorganisms. Why we are using these microorganisms? To produce products. Which products? Products which are useful to human beings. But to produce a product in industry by using microorganisms on large scale, we have to culture these microorganisms, we have to grow these microorganisms in very large vessels. That large vessels are called as fermenters. What are that large vessels called as fermenters? To produce what? To produce a product. To produce a product at industrial scale. What is the meaning of industrial scale? Industrial scale means producing in large amounts. Producing a product in large amounts is nothing but industrial scale. To produce a product at industrial scale, it requires growing of microorganisms. Growing of what? Microorganisms in very large containers. Very large containers. We can call these containers even as vessels. So these very large containers are called as what, sir? Fermenters. What are these very large vessels or containers called as fermenters? Therefore, industrially, we are growing microorganisms. Why? To produce products, okay, which are useful to human beings. But to produce a product, on large scale, that is industrial scale, we have to culture the microorganisms. We have to grow these microorganisms in very large containers. That very large containers are called as what? Fermenters. What are the very large containers called as? Fermenters. Now listen. Microbes in industrial products. Right. It means we are using microorganisms to produce certain industrial products. Now here we are discussing about some important industrial products which are produced by using microorganisms. Some important industrial products which are produced by using microorganisms are industrial products produced by using microorganisms are number one, go for the first one, fermented beverages, fermented beverages. Number two, antibiotics. What is the second one? Antibiotics. Number three, chemicals, enzymes, and other bioactive molecules. Sir, what are all these? These are some industrial products which are produced by using microorganisms. These are some industrial products which are produced by using microorganisms. What are they? Number one, fermented beverages. Number two, antibiotics. Number three, chemicals, enzymes, and other bioactive molecules. Go for the first one. What it is? Fermented beverages. Go for the first one. Fermented beverages. Right. What is the first one? Fermented beverages. Go for fermented beverages. Now, what are these beverages? Now, listen. Beverages means refreshing drinks. What is the meaning of beverages? Beverages means refreshing drinks. These beverages are of two types. Beverages are of how many types? Two types. What are the two types of beverages? Number one, non-alcoholic beverages. Non-alcoholic beverages. And second one is alcoholic beverages. What is the second one? Alcoholic beverages. Therefore, beverages means refreshing drinks. These beverages are of how many types? Two types. What are they? Non-alcoholic beverages. Second one is alcoholic beverages. What is the first one? Non-alcoholic beverages. Non-alcoholic beverages, best example is tea, and second one is coffee. Therefore, tea and coffee, these two are non-alcoholic beverages. What and what? Tea and coffee, these two are non-alcoholic beverages. Go for second one, alcoholic beverages. What it is? Alcoholic beverages, nothing but fermented beverages. Alcoholic beverages, nothing but what? Fermented beverages. Alcoholic beverages are nothing but fermented beverages. Now listen here. We are discussing fermented beverages, right? From ancient times, from ancient times yeast. What is a microorganism? Yeast. Yeast is used. Yeast is used to produce. Yeast is used to produce fermented beverages like beer, wine, brandy, whiskey, and rum. Beer, wine, brandy, whiskey, and rum. Right? These are some important examples for fermented beverages, which are produced from ancient times onwards by using what? Yeast. Therefore, from ancient times, right, what are used? Microorganisms are used. From ancient times, what are used? Microorganisms are used. Sir, which microorganism? Especially yeast. Especially what? Yeast. Why, sir? To produce fermented beverages such as beer, wine, brandy, whiskey, and what? Rum. Therefore, from ancient times, microorganisms are used. Especially which microorganism? Yeast. Why, sir? To produce fermented beverages such as beer, wine, brandy, whiskey, and rum. Now, a yeast by name Saccharomyces. We already discussed about this yeast, right? Saccharomyces cerevisiae. What is this yeast name? Saccharomyces cerevisiae. This Saccharomyces cerevisiae, right, is used to ferment. The Saccharomyces cerevisiae is used to ferment what? Malted cereals. What? Malted cereals and fruit juice. Therefore, what are fermented here? Malted cereals and fruit juice are fermented with the help of what? Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Therefore, what is the organism involved here? What is the microorganism involved here? Saccharomyces cerevisiae. What is the process that is involved here? Fermentation. Who is undergoing fermentation, sir? Malted cereals and fruit juice. Therefore, malted cereals and fruit juice becomes a right substrate. What it becomes? Substrate or raw material. Sir, this is substrate or raw material for which process, sir? For fermentation process. Who is doing this fermentation, sir? Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Sir, you told that fermentation is of two types, right? First one is alcoholic fermentation. Second one is acid fermentation. Then here which fermentation takes place, sir? Alcoholic fermentation takes place. Which fermentation takes place here? Alcoholic fermentation takes place. If alcoholic fermentation takes place, what is produced? Ethyl alcohol is produced as well as carbon dioxide is produced. What and what are produced? Ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide are produced. Therefore, Saccharomyces cerevisiae is used to ferment malted cereals and fruit juice to produce what? Ethyl alcohol. What is another name of ethyl alcohol? Ethyl alcohol is also called as right, ethanol. What is the formula of this ethyl alcohol? C2H5OH. What is the formula of ethyl alcohol? That is a C2H5OH. Therefore, is this statement okay? Right. Therefore, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, right, is used to ferment malted cereals and fruit juice to produce ethyl alcohol. By which fermentation? Alcoholic fermentation. By which fermentation? Alcoholic fermentation. Now listen the statement carefully. This Saccharomyces cerevisiae is involved in production of alcohol, yes or no? But alcohol is a fermented beverage. Alcohols, they are fermented beverages, yes or no? Saccharomyces cerevisiae is involved in the production of alcohols. But alcohols are fermented beverages. It means Saccharomyces cerevisiae is involved in the production of fermented beverages. So we are calling Saccharomyces cerevisiae as brewer's yeast. What is the common name of Saccharomyces cerevisiae? Brewer's yeast. Why we are calling it as brewer's yeast, sir? Because it is involved in the production of alcohols. These alcohols are fermented beverages. It is involved in the production of fermented beverages. So we are calling Saccharomyces cerevisiae as a which yeast? Brewer's yeast. Now listen. Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Sir, Saccharomyces cerevisiae commonly called as what? Number one. Commonly called as number one, baker's yeast. This we already discussed yesterday. Baker's yeast. We are calling even it as a brewer's yeast. Which yeast? Brewer's yeast. Sir, why we are calling Saccharomyces cerevisiae as baker's yeast, sir? Because Saccharomyces cerevisiae is involved in the production of baking products such as bread. Yes or no? In the production of bread. Bread is a baking product. So we are calling Saccharomyces cerevisiae as baker's yeast. Then why we are calling the Saccharomyces cerevisiae as brewer's yeast, sir? Because the Saccharomyces cerevisiae is involved in the production of alcohols. Alcohols are fermented beverages. So we are calling Saccharomyces cerevisiae as a brewer's yeast. I think you got my statements. Is the statements clear? Okay. Therefore, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, it is a yeast. Saccharomyces cerevisiae, what it is? Yeast. Yeast means it is a unicellular fungi. Yeast means it is unicellular fungi. Fungi means comes under which kingdom, sir? Fungi comes under kingdom fungi. We are discussing these statements concerned to 5 kingdom classification, right? According to 5 kingdom classification, right? Fungi comes under what, sir? Kingdom fungi, right? Now, it is prokaryotic or eukaryotic? It is eukaryotic. What it is? Eukaryotic. Therefore, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, right? It is a yeast. It is a unicellular fungi. It's a unicellular fungi. Prokaryotic or eukaryotic? Eukaryotic. Strictly speaking, a unicellular eukaryotic organism should come under kingdom Protista according to 5 kingdom classification. Yes or no? Right. But right, this yeast life cycle is similar to life cycle of fungi. Just we are placing this yeast right under kingdom fungi, but strictly speaking, as yeast is a unicellular, right, eukaryotic organism, it should come under kingdom Protista according to 5 kingdom classification. Is this statement okay? Right. Therefore, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, it is yeast. Yeast means unicellular fungi, right? It is a eukaryotic. It is eukaryotic. Now we are discussing fermented beverages, right? Now listen this statement. Alcohol. Alcoholic drinks produced during fermentation. Alcoholic drinks produced during what? Fermentation. Depends on number 1, substrate. What it is? Substrate. We can call this substrate given as raw materials. Substrate are raw materials used for fermentation. Used for fermentation. Number 2, type of processing. What is the second one? Type of processing. Sir, which type of processing is involved here? Distillation. It means right here distillation takes place or distillation does not take place. It means with or without distillation. With or without what? Distillation. With or without distillation. Now listen this statement carefully. Sir, different type of alcoholic drinks are there, right? The type of, be careful with this statement, the type of alcoholic drink produced during fermentation depends on the raw material that is undergoing fermentation process. Number 2, type of processing. Therefore, based on raw material that is undergoing fermentation and based on type of processing, we are getting different types of alcoholic drinks. Getting different type of alcoholic drinks based on, right, substrate or raw material that is used for fermentation, and second one is a type of processing. Here processing means what? With or without distillation. What is processing here? With or without distillation. With or without distillation. Now go for different types of alcoholic drinks. What are different types of alcoholic drinks? For different types of alcoholic drinks. Number 1, beer. Number 2, wine. Number 3, brandy. Number 4, whiskey. Number 5, rum. Now these are different types of alcoholic drinks, right? Now from where this different type of alcoholic drinks are produced, I already told you. The alcoholic drink produced during fermentation depends on raw material that is undergoing fermentation. Yes or no? Sir, from which raw material these alcoholic drinks are produced? Raw material, nothing but substrate that is undergoing fermentation. Go for first one, beer. It is produced by fermentation of a barley malt. It is produced by fermentation of what's a barley malt. What is the scientific name or botanical name of barley plant? The scientific name or botanical name of barley plant is a Hardium. Vulgare. What is the scientific name or botanical name of barley plant? Hardium, right? Hardium vulgare. It means when barley malt undergoes fermentation, what it produces beer. Sir, this beer is produced with distillation or without distillation process, sir? Now listen here. With or without distillation. With or without which process? Distillation process. Now listen here. This beer is produced. This beer is produced without distillation. It is produced by without distillation. Without distillation. As it is produced by without distillation process, its alcohol content. What is the alcohol content? Percentage of alcohol. How much percentage of alcohol is present in beer, sir? Beer is having 3 to 6% of alcohol. Means very low concentration of alcohol is present in beer. Why, sir? Because it is produced without a distillation process. As beer is produced without distillation process, its alcoholic content is very low. There is a 3 to 6%. It is having 3 to 6% of alcohol in it. Having 3 to 6% of alcohol in it. Number 2, go for second one. What is wine? Most of the students are familiar with this wine. This wine is produced from grapes, right? Vitis vinifera, grapes, right? Scientific name or botanical name is Vitis vinifera, right? From these grapes, what is produced, sir? Wine is produced. With or without distillation, it is also without distillation. Without distillation. Without distillation. Sir, as it is produced, without distillation, this wine should contain low content of what? Alcohol. Its alcohol content is 10 to 20%. What is its alcohol percentage? 10 to 20% of alcohol is present in the case of wine. Now go for number 3. What is brandy? This brandy is produced by distillation of wine. It means wine, if it undergoes distillation, it produces brandy. Therefore, distillation of what? Distillation of wine. This brandy, it is produced by distillation of wine. Produced by distillation. Brandy is produced by distillation of what? Distillation of wine. Therefore, brandy production, it involves distillation. Therefore, it is with distillation, right? It is with distillation. As distillation has taken place, its alcohol content will be low or high. Its alcohol content is high. There is a 60 to 70% of alcohol is present in it. How, sir? If distillation takes place, water is removed. Therefore, distillation process removes water. Distillation removes water. So, automatically in a alcoholic drink, water content decreases. Water content decreases when if distillation takes place. This brandy is produced by distillation of wine. It means here, right, as distillation has taken place, water is removed. As water is removed, right, its alcohol content is high, that is 60 to 70%. How much it is? 60 to 70%. Now go for next one. What it is? Whiskey. What is the raw material to produce this whiskey? Malted cereals. What is the raw material to produce whiskey? Malted cereals. It is produced right by distillation process. Therefore, here distillation is involved. What is involved? Distillation is involved. So, alcohol content should be high. What is the alcohol content here? 50%. What is the alcohol content? 50%. Now go for the last one. What it is? Rum. What is the raw material to produce this rum? Molasses. Molasses of what, sir? Sugarcane. Molasses of what? Sugarcane. Therefore, molasses of sugarcane is a raw material to produce rum. What is the meaning of molasses? After squeezing, after removing sugarcane juice from sugarcane stem, the leftover sugarcane stem is nothing but molasses. What it is? Molasses. Molasses of sugarcane stem is a raw material, is a substrate for rum production. Sir, rum production involves distillation or not? It involves distillation. Therefore, right, with or without distillation here? With distillation. As distillation is involved, its alcohol content will be low or high? Its alcohol content is high. How much it is? 40%. How much it is? 40%. Therefore, see these 5 types of alcoholic drinks once. Beer and wine, these two production, they involves distillation, does not involves distillation, does not involves distillation. Therefore, beer and wine, with or without distillation? Without distillation. Without distillation. Whereas brandy, whiskey and rum, production of these three involves distillation. Yes or no? Therefore, these three, they involves distillation. Therefore, with distillation. Now, listen this statement carefully. If distillation does not takes place, right, the alcohol content is low alcohol content. If distillation takes place, alcohol content is high. There is a high alcohol content. If what takes place? Distillation takes place. Therefore, in nature, the alcoholic drinks that are produced by microorganisms, they are with a low alcohol content. They are with low alcohol content. Who are with low alcohol content? The alcoholic drinks which are produced in nature by microorganisms. Such alcoholic drinks, they are having low alcohol content. Then how this low alcoholic concentrated drinks are made? Right, high alcoholic concentrated drinks are by which process? Distillation process. Therefore, distillation is converting low concentrated alcoholic drinks to highly concentrated alcoholic drinks. Yes or no? Right? Now listen here. alcoholic drinks alcoholic drinks produced by microorganisms in nature are with low alcohol content. Or with what? Low alcohol content. Now listen this statement. This low alcoholic drinks are made high alcoholic drinks by which process? Distillation process. Therefore, distillation process is making low alcoholic drinks to high alcoholic drinks. Therefore, distilled alcoholic drinks are with a high alcohol content. What? Distilled alcoholic drinks. Distilled alcoholic drinks are with a high alcohol content. They are with a high alcohol content. Who are with high alcohol content? The alcohols which are produced by distillation process. The alcoholic drinks which are produced by distillation process, they are having high alcohol content. Why, sir? Because distillation removes water. Distillation removes what? Water. Distillation removes water. So, a alcoholic drink becomes highly concentrated with alcohol. Highly concentrated with what? Alcohol. We are saying that in beer 3 to 6% of alcohol is present. In wine 10 to 20% of alcohol is present. It means we can measure the alcohol content in the alcoholic drinks. How it is possible? By using an instrument by name alcohol meter. What is the instrument name? Alcohol meter. Therefore, by using alcohol meter, alcohol content in a alcoholic drink measured. How? By using which instrument? Alcohol meter. Therefore, alcohol meter is used to measure alcohol content in a alcoholic drink. Is this statement okay? Right? Next important statement, take a gin and take a vodka. Take a gin and vodka. If you take this gin, in gin the alcohol content is 40%. What is the alcohol content in gin? It is a 40%. It's 40%. Take a vodka. In vodka, the alcohol content is 60 to 80%. What is the alcohol content in vodka? 60 to 80%. Sir, what is the raw material used to produce vodka? The raw material used to produce vodka is potato. The raw material used to produce vodka is what? Potato. What is the scientific name of potato? Solanum tuberosum, right? What is the scientific name of potato? Solanum tuberosum. Therefore, when this potato undergoes a fermentation, it is producing what, sir? Vodka. Is it okay? What is the alcohol content in this vodka? 60 to 80%. 60 to 80%. These are a few important statements concerned to fermented beverages. Fermented beverages. Now go for second one. What it is? Antibiotics.